artist. It's Miss Tara here with some hot tips for painting. Always remember, number one hot tip, gentle, perpendicular paintbrushes. So what that means is this. You got your cup of water. You got your paint palette. These are tempera. These are watercolor paints. You take your paintbrush, you scrape it on the side, and you get your color that you want. So I'm going to use turquoise. So I get the turquoise paint, I swirl it around, not too hard, not too easy. I just do it gently. And then when I'm ready to paint, I need to make this sign for the art room because it's really important that you put your name on your artwork. So then when you have it, you're ready to paint, and so it goes like this. I hold it perpendicular. Ooh, that's so pretty, look. And so I hold the paintbrush like this. This is perpendicular. This is called a 90-degree angle. Everybody say perpendicular. It's a big fancy word. It's a geometry word for later. And then what happens is it goes like this. Now, some artists are like, oh, Miss Tara, I like to do the old scrubby. And let me tell you, when the paintbrush feels that scrubby, it's going to start screaming, help, my hair. And it's going to get very upset. So you don't want to be scrubbing. I know you're good cleaners. You're shiny when you come in here. You don't have to prove to me how clean and shiny you are by scrubbing on your paper, okay? So that's this, where you have your paintbrush and you go like this and you smash it down. Oh mon Dieu, oh mon Dieu. That means, oh my gosh, in French. So you don't want to go, and scrub it. It's bad for the paintbrush. See this little metal thing here? That rips the paintbrush bristles off. It's a disaster. So gentle, long and lovely. That's what I say. Long and lovely, long and lovely. Oh, beautiful brush strokes. Oh, okay, I won't sing. And now I would like to share with you hot tip number 3. And hot tip number 3, here's my smiley face one. That is when you take the paintbrush and you scrape it gently. Did you see the water drip off? Watch this. Oh, I'm so gonna do this in slow-mo. Hold on. Now some artists are like, no, Miss Tara, I do the tappy. And if you look at number 4, tappy is a no tappy. And tappy is this. Did you see the water spray? It's on my glasses. It goes everywhere. It gets on other people's art. No bueno. We like to do the scrapey. Everybody say yes, scrapey. No, tappy. Yes, scrapey. No, tappy. Okay, so my iPad filled up with storage, so I got to deal with that. So now you're on my phone, and here's my last pointers, is fill your water bucket up halfway full. Don't do the super slosher where you fill it to the top. So you'll look at this, and you can see I've used this water bucket for a long time. It used to be cookies. I've eaten those cookies. But you see where that black line is? That is where my water is. It's easy to walk with this. It's easy to hold this with 2 hands and carry it to my table to share with my table mates. And it's great. If you fill it up too full, it slips around, and then it's not so much that it's hard to carry, but it also makes it not safe. Because when the water gets on the floor, it gets slippery. If it's slippery, then we can't work safely, because if someone slips, falls, hits their head, then there's blood and stuff like that. We have to call the ambulance. And then we're all sitting around like, oh, I feel so bad for you, but I kind of want to paint. Okay, there, I said it out loud. My main goal for being safe in the art room is so that we can make art. I have 2 more hot tips to share with you. And number 6 says, too much water rips the paper. So if you use tons of water, the paper's gonna rip, because paper is pulp from a tree. It's a tree smashed down to little tiny bits, and it's turned into pulp, and then the pulp is put in water, and then they smash the water out of it, and then they make these flat things to make the paper. But so what happens is, if you put all that water back into your paper, it's going to rip the paper because it's going to turn into pulp again. So you want to make sure you use just right in the middle. So I say, not too much, not too little, stay just right in the middle. That's for the paint. That's for the water. Okay? And last but not least, enjoy. You are an amazing artist. And I know this because I know you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for doing your best. You're awesome.